We took literally like 2 seconds to kill a fish that was corrupted. And then we got into the rowboat to sail over to the point where we have to land to get to the Earth Academy, but first we have to sail through a magic storm.
Well, more specifically, you have to make landfall and travel through a magic storm, but yeah. Yep, because there was a choice.
Yeah, the captain chose landfall storm.
Yep. Instead of landfall ice.
It was choice landfall storm or landfall ice.
Yeah, it's like landfall where a storm is, or landfall in the middle of a blizzard / tundra zone.
Oh yeah, no. Storm is better.
It's like magic storm or shit ton of ice. Those are your options.
Is it like an actual storm or like a storm of magic?
It is a magical storm that has been here since the fall.
Ah.
It's full of critters and all sorts of other... It's like a permanent fall zone, kind of.
That might as well be what it is, yeah.
It's okay, we have a guide to guide us through that. Isn't that right, Amuro?
Not really. That would be the job of a ranger.
Alright, isn't this like your stomping ground?
It's his home academy. But we have to get through this to get to the academy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's been through it.
Yes, but he won't be able to give us navigational benefits. Again, that's what the ranger is for.
Oh.
That is literally what their class does.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about more the actual in-character talking. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, once we get to the building on the other side, yeah, he can talk us in, but, we still gotta get to the other side first.
Yeah, there's just a small bit of issues in the way.
Just a tiny bit. It's cool, though.
Just a little storm. Nothing.
Or as I believe they phrased it, a plot storm.
Yep.
A plot storm. And wasn't there another kind of storm on the boat? Involving a very upset woman?
Oh, that was a very minor one. We managed to get past that pretty easily.
For now.
You know what'll happen when you get back to the boat, though?
It would be the funniest thing in the world if she leads a mutiny of Kami's crew.
Don't give him ideas, Mel.
You and the rest of us have a very different definition of funny.
I think it would be hilarious because Kami would be pissed.
No, she wouldn't. She'd be like, okay, you guys can get off. Right here.
Oh no, they're taking the boat. That's what a mutiny is.
They'd have to take the boat over her dead body. It's her boat.
That's why it would be kind of funny.
Again, you enjoy other people suffering.
We would just murder them if they refuse to leave her boat. They want to take over, that's fine. She'll let them have a rowboat. They can take one of those.
20 people? They're going to need more than one.
No, that's too bad. They should have thought about that. She does not negotiate with terrorists. Now, if they pay her, that's fine. Instead, they couldn't have the boat to get to land. But after that, she wants her ship back. Otherwise, their lives are forfeit. They only
There
get
was
one
a food-
warning.
There was a food truck at work today, and I went down to it, and my coworker was like, "Yeah, order on their app. That way it's ready once we get down there." So I'm ordering on the app as we're walking over to it. It was over at the Riverfront Plaza building. Which is why I walked over there. But the I ordered on the app at 12:35. At 1:35, they call my name finally, an hour later, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we sold out of the food you ordered. We have anything else, which all their price." I'm like, am I gonna get refunded to my card? Because I have that money for the next. Like, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but the principle of the matter. And so they're like, "Oh, well, no. We'll give you an extra." I ended up ordering shrimp tacos, and they gave me an extra shrimp taco and a free drink. But I was very sad. It was a hot buttered crab cake sandwich that sounded incredibly.
Which is probably why it sold out.
Yeah, they're gonna be back in that area on May 12th, so I'm gonna get it on May 12th.
Well, so on the note, I may be mildly distracted due to my knee being a little bitch, so...
That's okay. I am completely distracted, so don't feel bad. I'll probably jump off here in like an hour.
Well, then are we gonna go ahead and get started?
Sure. If people are through with the chat, yeah. Okay. Oh, as noted on the main menu here, you are on the glass shore in the Deathlands. It is not called the glass shore for no reason, as it does appear that there is fragments of glass-like material amongst the sand itself. Of course, your rowboat is immune to such things. I hope people are wearing boots.
Damn straight.
I don't know why you wouldn't be wearing boots.
Well, sometimes Sierra's character's against shoes, so...
No, yeah, well, Tommy doesn't always wear her shoes, but she could wear them here.
Yeah, imagine you wear them on ship just between, water and splinters.
No, she don't wear them on ship either. But she does wear them when she's like, in the city she don't know. Like here. Or, when the terrain is like made of glass, like here.
Possibly during weather events when, deck gets slippery.
She definitely wears them when she walks around places where embers are, so she doesn't step in shit.
So much hate for the embers.
I know, right?
But don't.
Okay, in the distance there is, as mentioned, silhouettes of Looks like ruins of some kind, though. You can't make them out from where you are.
Oh, cool, buddy. That's cool, buddy.
There are still flashes, soundless flashes in the sky that is indicative of again, like lightning, but there's no accompanying thunder to it.
Kami's a little sad about that. Now that technically her namesake is Lightning God, so I guess it's okay.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what Kami stood for.
Mm-hmm.
Inazuma Kami, yeah, lightning god or lightning spirit.
And the Fables is Lightning
Oh.
Spirit, but she named herself that name because it translated to Lightning God to be, facetious.
At the moment, I assume everyone is still in the boat.
Well, we haven't landed yet, so.
Well, last time I remember describing the crunching of the
Oh, okay, so we actually did
of
land.
the sand on the rowboat.
Yeah, we actually did land. I guess pull the boat up onto shore so it doesn't get sucked away by the tide and start heading in the appropriate direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay. Who is wearing what?
What do you mean?
Like on their feet. Who's wearing what on their feet?
Boots of Elvenkind.
I think I have on regular boots. I don't know. Let me check. I
I was
probably
about to
do.
say,
Boots.
boots come with a leather armor set, yes?
Probably normal leather boots, but yeah. I think they actually come with
Got
clothing
normal
specifically,
leather
not armor.
Oh. And then I've got whichever boots come with fine clothes.
So probably not very good traveling boots.
It's okay. Does the ground look really weird?
It's made of glass. So
It
I'm
looks
gonna go
like-
with yes.
It looks like a mix of sand and glass.
Yeah, I'm gonna just float over it, like flutter in the wings just enough to not touch the ground.
Okay. It makes sense to me.
And well, Eric's got plate mail, so I imagine he's got the, what are they called, sabatons or whatever.
Or greaves.
Yeah, those big metal
Yeah.
fuck-off feet.
Yeah, I do.
And like Greaves is the shin guards. I forget what the foot part is called.
I'm wearing proper boots with the metal and everything.
Okay. What's Keegan doing? I don't think Keegan has boots.
Keegan actually has barding, thank you, so he can if I wanted to.
Did he have soles though on them?
Barding usually doesn't include footwear.
That's a good point.
That said, he should have ridiculously hard dragon scales. So
That too. You
What's his AC?
is
If you were to assume to roll a 10, what's his AC?
if you were to assume the roll of 10, it would be a 16.
Okay. That'll be enough to prevent the glass from cutting into him.
Yep, definitely flying.
If you're wearing anything besides normal shoes, You should be fine as long as you don't jump on it.
Well, he's got the fine clothing, which means usually
Probably wearing
fancy boots are not very durable.
Unless you get the fancy noble, like the fancy explorer outfit.
Well, they don't have fancy explorer; they just have explorer.
Yeah, that's true.
I generally say if you throw more money at it, it becomes fancy.
That would come with boots, but
No. Generally, armors that come with a special type of boot will usually be armors that involve greaves of some kind. So, plate mail.
As I only call this out because they actually specify under travel clothes and a couple others that it actually explicitly has boots, whereas armor just says it's armor.
I assume things like plate mail comes with.
Well, yeah, it's like the heavy armors that are explicitly have designed footwear.
And even then, it's not truly designed footwear; it's stuff designed to be on the boot.
Yeah, that's right. Because plate mail armor
usually
technically is stuff that attaches to the boot.
Yeah.
And by nature of the fact that it attaches to boots, normally they give you the boots because it's a pain in the ass to put them on the boots. Because that's boot.
That's boot. Okay. So, you're going to be traveling.
I don't know what kind of boots I'm wearing.
What type of clothing do you have?
Huh?
Oh,
What's your default clothing?
Well, right now I'm wearing my maid's outfit.
Okay, well you have common clothes in your inventory.
Yeah,
So
I don't have any.
and you have traveler's clothes, so you could probably do the decent boots if you were so inclined.
Yeah. Then we'll have those on.
If you guys have Lane with you.
Yep. That's why so-and-so was salty.
She is the salt.
I think she was annoyed for other reasons, not because Lane was going.
She was annoyed because she couldn't come.
Ha 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 ha.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, well, I'm traveling with sand, the rather glassy sand. Could I have everyone make me a survival check for the first hour or so of travel?
I have to roll for Rosario if she's just hitchhiking?
No, you don't have to roll for Zara.
Well, I guess these are going to be like a few good rolls for today. Da, da, da.
Okay. That was a thing?
That was the thing.
I believe that's Klingon for hello.
side note, we're stopping at Taco Bell if you would like anything.
No, I'm good though, but thank you.
Okay.
Can I help Kit Kat and Lane with a bonus? Like,
I think via your natural explorer, you give us a bonus anyway.
I didn't think that was a thing. I thought her stuff was like not getting lost.
I'm looking. Let's see.
yeah, I don't think I can.
In addition, you're skilled at navigating the wilderness. You gain the following benefits when traveling for an hour or more. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. Cannot become lost except by magical means. When engaged in another activity while traveling, you remain alert. Yeah, okay.
I can't give. Yeah, I mean, our travel doesn't slow down. Like if we're going across like a difficult terrain, our movement doesn't halve. But
Yeah.
Right.
that's about it. But I was like, maybe if I like see that they're struggling, I can kind of help them.
You can do that. I was treating this as a group check, which assumes you're doing that
Oh,
kind of thing
okay.
anyway. And except for them, I didn't get anything from Turboline.
Well, he's driving, so somebody will have to roll for him.
Yes, please and thank you. What are we rolling?
Survival.
Survival.
I'll roll the it.
I have
Because
no
I don't
idea
think
what
any of
that
us have access to your sheet. I think that's just Greg.
Rip, Greg.
Yeah. So any of them that look like they're struggling, I'll try and assist.
What's the roll?
Oh,
You rolled
sorry,
a 10.
it's a 10.
Upside, you rolled more than ass hat Lane.
Is it a 10 in total or a 10 on the die?
10 total.
No, 10 in
Yeah,
total. You
10
rolled
total.
an 8 on the die. Which
I mean,
again,
I think I could do better.
you rolled the high. Well, you don't need to waste your luck points on this.
Unless he
Okay.
wants to.
Won't waste my luck point on this. I'm gonna trust Sierra. That way I
Okay.
can blame Sierra if Tarbeling dies.
Well, it was a 4-3 split. So, between the party looking after one another, you're able to avoid things like wind picking up and having the shards of sand and glass dig into your flesh, or scales as the case may be. Prevent anything like tripping resulting in a similar thing, along with what you guys have found are just occasional, like, not exactly holes, but areas of the sand seem to give away into occasional small tunnels, as if the sand gophers exist here and have made like a network under the sand.
Those damn Sam Gophers.
There will also be the occasional silent jolt of purple-white lightning that smashes, lances from the sky into the ground, causing a area of sand to erupt into glass. You fortunately do not get caught by any of these.
Son of a bitch. It is the Thunder Plains minigear.
Though Lane and Kit Kat almost get caught by these.
Oh.
All I'm hearing is
They
that
will
they would
live
be
it.
attacked at opposed disadvantage.
I don't think it's an attack so much as a save.
Still counts.
Save versus environment. But those are various dangers that you've noticed, unfortunately avoided, thanks to your collective skills, as you've been traveling. The crunch, the soft crunch underneath your footwear for those of you that are on the ground, begins to transition into more of a packed sand with a dusting over it. As you approach, let me double check this right quick. Okay. As you approach an area, it gets a bit more difficult to see, as if the light itself is being somewhat just sucked away. Oh, whoops. That's my fault. I will fix that.
I'm blind.
Looks like the ruins of an area that have been, well, churned or partially sunken into the stands, battered by these storms. Again, the ground being a bit more packed versus soft. Let's see. Oh, I realize people are kind of off grid here. Let's fix for that. There we go. Okay. Because I cannot get that information safely anymore. Let me check something quick. Okay, I'm just checking some. I'm checking certain passives.
Okay.
Turbiline, what is your passive? The passive is that. Okay. Okay. Through the ruins, you're able to notice something new, like clearly new. It's not. It doesn't look aged like everything else. It looks like a setup for some kind of ritual. That excuse me, that is set up on these ruins over here. Though there is some sand and glass that looks like it has gotten on it from coming from some of the edges.
Oh, this is weird.
Just a little.
Make a comment that, oh, I guess you Embers do ritualistic summonings in your downtime here?
Well, I mean, casters do that kind of thing all the time, yeah. I'm not
Okay.
particularly familiar with this
What?
this particular site.
What's going on?
He found a looks like a ritual site
Yep.
I believe that'd be an Arcana check to identify.
In this particular case, it would be a religion check.
Oh.
Wait,
So,
what check?
Amoros, any
Uh,
ideas?
Religion. It would be a religion check. But you would need to get closer to actually look at the setup. You just see that it's there from where you're positioned on the map. Like partially.
Can one of you guys make me a religion check on it? Because I believe I'm proficient in religion.
Okay, religion roll. I will move you up.
Do you...
Do, 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 do.
Okay. Okay. Looking at the setup here, it appears that someone was attempting was attempting a ritualized version of those roles, a rather powerful.
Thank you.
That's his Taco Bell.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
A rather
What?
powerful resurrection spell. When I say rather powerful, I mean like the kind that, in theory, will just extract your soul from the mist and quite possibly make a vessel for it.
So we're talking resurrection, or true resurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true resurrection at that point.
That's pretty crazy.
From the looks of what progress the ritual had been, but just by the layout of the items, you and I keep saying Tarbelane. I'm not sure if he's actually. I think he's going by that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going by Darwin.
Yep. And Tarbelane can tell that this had at least 3 assistants to it versus just one guy. Judging by the particular things being implemented, your I forgot to bring up a rather critical thing that helps me out in situations like this. One moment. Do. Single sheets, there we go.
What does it mean when the tree is covered with plastic?
Who the hell would come out here to the middle of nowhere to conduct a resurrection ritual?
How do you pronounce that? Really, that's how you pronounce that? Specifically, a somewhat using somewhat primitive implements. It looks like that whoever had set this up was a actually, given the group, it would be that. Looks like they were a worshiper, or at least trying to call upon the powers of a Hilal.
Of who?
Hilal. You, Tarbalaine, and especially you, Amros, will recognize the that Halal is a is one of the dragon goddesses, specifically of humor, inventiveness, and pleasure.
We're trying to resurrect someone using the powers of the goddess of pleasure?
Well, and inventiveness, but okay, sure. I see where you're going.
I mean, I'm not a cleric, but as I understand it, but if one is performing a resurrection spell, you just pray to whatever deity you're affiliated with, right? You don't pray to a.
Oh. Haven't ever cast a resurrection spell before?
I think the closest you guys have done. No, you've done raised.
I've done it already. I've already done it. Someone's died in this party, and I've read multiple people before that.
Yeah.
So
provided the gods are actually providing this power, any deity level thing could do it.
Yeah, I mean, every god would have the power to resurrect. Hypothetically.
Yeah. It just so happens that this equipment is belonging to Halal. And from the looks of it, it was incomplete. Now, in this case, incomplete could also mean failed. As you were not here at the time of the casting, but with the Banestorm about, the mist itself in the Banestorm is a bit off. So it's possible that extracting souls or revitalizing vitality may be difficult to impossible inside a Banestorm.
They were in the middle of downloading and they got a blue screen of death. Or
there is some glass and sand on some of the implements, along with the kind of tarp that's been laid out itself. Some of the corners of the tarp have been looks like they were jerked to the side. As in, well, really, that'd be an investigation roll. But some of the corners have been like jerked to the side by some force.
Investigation.
There, if you're wanting to piece certain things together. In addition, judging by the tools themselves and their general design, they some of them, not all of them, but some of them look similar in aesthetic to Ora design, while other implements, the majority of them actually look to be more standard, but on the kind of ranger survivalist side of things versus say a high priest that has fancy stuff. And all of it, of course, looks like it's generally weather worn. Okay. Ro, I know you wrote that investigation. Is there anything in particular? Ooh, that's really high. Is there anything in particular that you are wanting to glean?
I guess to start with, like what was it a completion and a failure? Did they have to abort due to like say a fall or an animal attack?
Okay.
Determine
Was this
the
a-
cause of failure.
Was this a legit ritual or more of a ancient spirits of evil sort of ritual?
That would be more of a religion arcana roll to determine whether it's ancient spirits of evil empower the circumpent body.
I was thinking more, the idea is like, okay, a normal one, you got certain iconography, but if he's like blood splatter around, it's like, okay, that was probably, sacrifice a goat to do this.
Oh,
so.
okay, stuff like that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's general enough that it would. Okay. What are you able to tell? It appears that, like some of the areas of the tarp that's been forcibly moved, is because, well, I was gonna say one or more, but you like freaking roll really high. So as you're looking through the area, you're able to tell that 4 people had to book it, and the motion of the tarp is their feet just pushing it aside as they are having to move. You do also see impressions of what looks to be a overly large large maul, an impression of a oversized sword, but not like Amoros oversized, but like a thicker, a thicker kind of blade. It looks like it was laid across the tarp, probably for the duration of the ritual. Though it doesn't look like it would have been a part of the ritual. It's like a piece of equipment that the person just set aside during the course of what was going on. So yeah, from what you can tell, it appears that something caught these people's attention. You can also tell that the people that were moving were heavy, either due to gear and armor, or they're just dense individuals. Not small people. We're not talking Lalafell or dwarves or anything like that. In terms of the idea of density. So probably along the idea of either really tall people or small giants.
Okay. Well, I guess keep your eyes open, folks. Whatever spooked them might still be around.
With that investigation roll, I will also mention, because you did beat a 30, that while there were apparently 4 people doing this ritual, there were other people around. You're looking, from what you can tell, at least 20 other individuals. I say at least because even with an incredible roll, time will just have some signs be wiped away because of wind, disrupting things. But you can pick up that there were, 20-ish extra people, either sitting or standing around in various spots, not participating in this ritual. Amoros, are you Are you up against the partially buried statue, or are you on top of the curvature of the head?
I will jump up on top of it just to try to get a better view of things.
Okay. In that case, looking around, you will see this. Though its elemental pieces, its form is on the ground, unmoving, looking very inert, and
Looking very dead. Got it.
looking like chunks have been removed from it. You also see two of these individuals.
That's supposed to be a Goliath, or just a tattooed dude?
Just a big Goliath.
All right.
They are on the ground. They look like they've been felled by injuries. What kind of injuries? You're going to have to actually go up to them and start looking at them to really.
I think I found whoever was doing this ritual. It doesn't look pretty.
What? How are their bodies if they're supposed to miss?
That's a good question.
That
Also
means
depends
they
how
haven't
recent it
missed
is.
yet.
I'd say they obviously haven't missed it, and or the Bane Storm is preventing them from misting.
There's that too.
Are you like in a surveying kind of mode? Because all I've given you so far is information based off of your passive.
I would be actively looking
Okay.
around.
In which case, you make me a perception roll. While he's doing that,
25.
oh damn, Kami, are you doing anything? If you're still here, if not, that's cool.
So she's still on the call. I don't know if she's actually with us. though.
He doesn't realize she's muted.
No, I know I was muted. I purposely muted so that you guys didn't hear all my background noise. I mean, this is not. There's nothing for Kami to really do. She's
Okay.
just assisted.
Um,
Let them do what they do.
Maybe
She's got to be hyper aware to make sure we don't get, ambushed or bishwapped or wallywapped or whatever. But
that's what I was going to suggest. Like maybe do that ranger thing where you look around and see if whatever's still nearby.
no, she'd just do that by flying up in the sky. Be like, yeah, you got enemies.
I mean that works too. I was.
Yep. In that case, you can make a perception roll unless you have some sort of special ranger issued skill that
No.
would.
The
Help
issue
with
is
that.
there is artificial darkness here.
Yeah,
So you
there
can't
is a
see that
dimness.
Well, if it's a dimness, her dark vision will still work.
Yeah.
It's not pitch black. It's a ever-present dim light, as light is just kind of partially being sucked, for lack of a better term. Oh, that perception roll though. Okay.
Yeah, so I will fly up higher than the tallest, I guess, outcropping of rocks or mountains. Whatever.
It looks like these are either rocks or the remains of structures that have just been completely blasted apart and are now rubble.
Okay, no biggie. Yeah, I'll just fly up taller than them so that I could, way up above. So it's like Google Maps satellite view. I can see above.
Okay. I'll put you at 50 then, because these are at these top out at 40.
Well, I want to be high up so I can see on either side of these things.
I want to be really high up. Okay.
How high up is the cloud layer?
I'll boost you up to. There's a cloud layer.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fly through the Bane Storm to get to the cloud layer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Titan.
Thomas, since you're still near the ritual center, you do notice that that there are there are some linguistics on on some of these items that are used as part of the ritual. As I recall, you would not be able to. Nope. You cannot read the language. Though you can tell it's a language.
Tommy, there's some weird writing down here.
Then read it.
Yeah. I don't think I have that spell.
For what it's worth, it's not a language that I know either. Lane says, accompanying by adjusting his glasses.
Tommy, Lane says you probably don't know it because he doesn't know it.
That's fine. I only know, 8 languages. Well, 11. 10. I'm sorry, I counted 1. I only know 10 languages. So there's a chance I don't know it, but I guess she'll land, roll her eyes. See if she knows it.
Before you land, I haven't gotten to what you and Armoros actually see. Armoros, with your and actually, Kami, both of you notice this. The elemental fusion that is inert. That you can for the more solid bits, like the ice and the earth, you can note, just from sight, you don't need investigation for this, that it appears that large chunks of it were gorged out, as if something was stabbed somewhat deeply in, and then pulled out at an angle. And more importantly, Amers, you will notice coming along the side of one of these rock formations here. That's possible building ruins. About 35 feet up is this.
Skeleton dogs.
It moves around, its head pointed in your direction. Kami, given that you have an aerial view, you notice, because you're 90 feet up. So
Notice 400 of them.
You notice that there are 2 additional ones that would be obscured from anyone on the ground looking up to find them. Like this one right here, that's amongst some of the formation that spikes up and is more in the center. Or this one, which is behind some of the rubble that's taller than it.
Yeah, these cheeky creatures. Pack tactics!
Where's Sammy when you need him?
And now I have to leave him back on the boat.
He could probably use a bone.
Due to, again, your perception rolls of, let's see, 29 and... Yep, there we Um, you're able to tell that they are. They had been hurt. Because with the two of your attentions to detail, you'll see old bone, and then areas where there's pearly like pearly white bone,
Mm-hmm.
as if it had been somehow healed from a previous encounter. Right now, they're looking at the group. No, they're not looking at the group. For everyone else that notices them, it looks like they're looking at the group. For those that are being incredibly receptive, or you have a passive perception of above 20, you'll notice that more precisely, they are looking at the ritual equipment.
You guys got skeleton dogs that want the ritual equipment. Just let them have it. Or destroy it. Your prerogative.
That's
One's
weird that they'd want it.
to the left and one's to the right.
Why would animals be interested in spellcasting?
Well, they're not
Stuff.
animals. They're skeleton animals.
They're fallen.
Yeah,
Corrupted.
corrupted. Specifically, it looks like animals that were corrupted during the misting process, hence the skeleton.
I'm gonna pop a comprehend languages for that weird shit that, was that weird writing you were talking about.
Ah, yes.
See if that might give some insight on, why they're suddenly so interested. Yeah, glance at the spellbook, glance at writing, glance at spellbook, glance at writing.
So, yes. Okay.
Hopefully you have a whole minute to read it.
What does it require? Can I say one action?
Yeah, it takes 1 minute to read a page of text. It says it in the...
Oh, okay. Well, this would be smaller than the page text. It would be like a long an item. I thought this was something you read it. It sounds like it's like kind of translated.
Yeah, it's a translation thing.
Okay, cool. Okay. That being said, come forth your soul from the standard, the standard, stuff like that until you reach until you reach the name, well, a part of the sentence of come forth is the hull.
Is that a person's name or a deity name? I'm not...
If you want to look at it from the deity perspective, that would be a religion. If you want to try to pick out a name, that would be a history.
Well, I actually have history, so I'll go with that. No, COVID, die, you betrayed me.
Betrayed me. Okay. You recall that the name is of, well, of some disdain, not from you personally, just like in a general sense. If there's some infamy tied to it, as you attempt to remember some more, detail, the it's tied to some kind of fall from grace, and the scattering is a better word to use. Scattering or disbandment of some kind of group, but you're not remembering a lot with that roll. Other than a infamous leader type of individual that in their disappearance or death, judging by this, probably death, caused the lessening or disbandment of whatever group they were leading. Maybe if you had some reference material or thought about it a bit more, you might be able to recall more.
Can I take a quick rubbing of the writings? My painter's supplies, charcoal, whatever.
Okay.
It's like, okay. I got the important bits, and I will.
Okay. When you go to touch it, to get the stuff off of
Did I
it.
say touch it? I meant take my barbecue tongs and
Did I say walk in? I meant move along the
crawl
floor.
along the floor inch by inch. No, it's cool. I got gloves, and I'm stupid, so we're good. The whole point is to make is of the dumb decisions, so we go.
Okay. I have to do some.
I have a feeling this ties into Greg's background or something, but he's not here anymore, so we have to deal with it.
I know I spelled that, but I don't care.
I got bludgeoned by these.
No, this creature right here leapt from where it was, which was 40-ish feet high, to land on the ground and then go into a run.
Oh. So I'm not the only one making bad decisions. Awesome.
Actually, that would not be moving through your hex, so we can still do that. It moves from there to there. 30. Okay, as it has scrambled past Omros and Keegan, you can make an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Fuck him up! Eric?
Yoo-hoo! Liksom har klarat.
You want a work call, maybe?
Quite possibly.
No, hang on. I think I still have access to his maybe. I do not. No attacks of opportunity. Oh well.
Okay.
Yep. Sound of life. You and Keegan get attacks of opportunity.
Why?
No, and you get to make them. What Or the critters was dumb enough to run past you.
So if you want, you don't have to.
And it's already taken 27 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, because it just leaped from its perch.
Did that make any of the bones crack?
I imagine that's part of what the 27 damage would be.
Yeah, there'd be like small fractures along the legs and some of the ribs.
Nah, I dropped that die. Get it.
Just gonna
Next time.
just in case.
Hmm. Two D12 plus 2D6 plus my strength stat.
Oh.
Do.
Okay.
Does that kill it, or do I need to roll Keegan's as well?
You crack some of the bone along its spine, but it kept on moving.
Okay, Keegan's turn. And there's Keegan's.
Okay. Some scratches along the bone as it moves by.
Oh, I did what I could.
Oh, I mean, you heard it. That's all we were expecting you to do.
Also, I'm sorry, but I am literally falling asleep.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stay awake for you guys.
Yeah,
Well, if you need to bounce, go
yeah.
bounce, yeah. It's cool. We understand.
But yeah, y'all go ahead and Jaeger me all you need to. I don't mind.
No, I don't know who has access to your sheet anymore to do that.
I recall you were supposed to have access to it.
No, I think I had access in the other version. I don't think I have access on this. I don't currently have access. I don't know if I lost it or what, but
Okay. Oh, 25 does not hit you. I thought that would have hit you.
I just rolled my AC and I rolled amazing.
Okay. Okay. Its first strike
at least roll that real quick.
is swift. Attempting to conjure, you'll be able to move away. Its second strike is not as swift, and you're definitely able to move away.
It will be swift. It will be delicious.
The others that only Kami could see move closer into a more visible area. In addition, I forgot. Kami also saw this one over here. Okay. Given this is attacking you, are you guys wanting to fight back, avoid, do something else?
Did I get the rubbing yet?
Given the fact that it was not able to It was not able to make contact with you to stop you. You do have the weapon.
Okay, we should have toss the artifact away and see if they go for it.
Okay. Tossing the artifact to the side, the one that was attacking you, unless someone's...
Like, away from people. Not...
Right. Unless someone's going to intervene, the one that was attacking you, Ro, will go after the ritual item, kind of as if you toss a fetch toy almost, in terms of like going towards it.
I can shoot it. Yeah. No.
If you want.
Nope.
If you want.
Not yet, at least. Or was it reaction stuff still?
Right now, well, it has done something hostile to you guys, and now that it's going after the artifact, I'm leaving it up to you of whether you guys want to engage it, see what it does, do a third option I haven't thought of.
I'd say it in theory moved away when I tossed away the item.
Yeah, when you toss away the item, it went chasing after the item. Now, because people can quickly react to things, I haven't completed it actually getting to the item. I don't know if you guys want to shoot it or try to pick up the item to play keep away or pack up the ritual stuff here or just leave the area.
So do you want to fight them is the question.
Yes.
Not really.
Yep.
If
Well,
we can distract them
right.
with the shiny
You know
object, it doesn't matter, then that doesn't bother me.
I'm trying to make it that I want to get the artifacts, and then I'm like, nope, it's actually dragon gods, so I don't care if the artifacts are destroyed.
Okay.
Well, they're not even really artifacts, they're just spellcasting components.
Yeah, it's just normal spellcasting components from a cleric.
Was that what they were?
Well, no one did detect magic or anything, but they appeared to be a part of a resurrection ritual.
Okay, but they just look like normal components. They didn't look like anything ancient.
Well, I mean, they looked old, but we're not talking pre-cataclysm or anything.
Okay, I don't care.
Okay. In which case,
I was under the impression that they were godly artifacts that could be pre-cataclysm, which would trigger Thomas to be like, no, we can't let these be destroyed. Of course, then if they were, Kami would want them destroyed, so we'd need an impasse.
it will then, being unmolested, go to, presumably throw it over here, because that's kind of away from people. Go to it and begin, like gnawing on it. It'll like grip it in its teeth. So it's not actually making any sound because it's a skeleton. Except for the contact of its bone-like material on the material of the item.
That'll tell us right there if it's magical. If it's magical, that won't do anything.
That's true.
So you guys are observing it. Are you just regularly observing it? Are you doing anything to augment your senses? Since it sounds to you guys, you're going, well, let's see what this thing's doing.
I don't really have anything to augment my senses, so just my normal, ridiculously observant abilities.
Okay.
Maybe a
detect
body
magic.
reading to see if it's like actually trying to destroy it, or just being a creature wanting to gnaw on something.
Simple answer, I cast detect magic.
So I guess that'd be my insight.
It's kind of a skeleton of a beast, so I believe animal handling counts as, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think animal handling's for eating an animal, but I will look.
I feel like that'd be insight, because animal handling is for trying to control an animal.
I thought it was for a bit more than controlling animals.
I'm looking. Animal handling is...
That being said, you said you're casting Detect Magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I completely pass out, I'm just going to do something remotely useful. Detect
there's
magic.
Question of whether you can calm down a domesticated animal, keep them out from getting spooked, or intuit an animal's intentions.
I guess it is basically the animal version of insight.
That said, my advantage abilities should still apply.
Okay. You will see, Amaros, that the item that it's gnawing on does have a enchantment aura about it. However, that aura, as it's being gnawed on, is rapidly diminishing. As if the more it gnaws on it, the more it's causing damage to the magical aura itself.
Bro, the thing has magical aura to it, like it's enchanted, and that thing is literally devouring the magic.
Rope, from what you can tell with your animal insight,
Nat 20.
it's this creature appears to be like drawn to the item, and it was attacking you to get you separate from the item. And the other two that you can see are more staring, being drawn to the item than, say, you. However, with that roll, you also know that the other two, their attention is divided between the artifact, Keegan and Amaros.
Interesting.
And yeah, like I said, the thing is literally devouring the enchantment that's on that item.
Well,
if you want to say that.
No, in theory, got what I feel is I need from it, so I think we can back off. Normally I'd want to kill them, but I know enough about this area to know that even if I killed them, more of them would show up, because, well, this is an infinite spawn point.
I do find it funny that you say that, actually. And I'll get to why in a moment, depending on your guys' actions.
Or, well, I'm just going off what you told us.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's literally effectively that. It's like effectively a dungeon that will just keep spawning creatures, and if you don't clear the creatures, it causes a dungeon break, which will cause the creatures to pour out and cause issues in other areas. So it does requires you to constantly go into the dungeon to clear it out so that it doesn't become a problem.
So yeah, I guess if Kami will be kind enough to resume directing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pass out now.
Okay.
I just wanted to give something useful.
Yeah, thank you for that and for joining us for as long as you could. Okay.
Yeah, my sleep's been kind of weird for this week. But you all have fun. And
yep.
One last thing, David.
Yep.
You may or may not hear something within the next week. Just let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
And good night.
Okay. Provided Kami is wanting to do that and kind of lead on, or rather ranger on. Thomas, Rowe, and Kami, while you're doing that, you will also notice that as you're leaving, that there are a group of like 30 to 40 like imprints in the ground of like footfalls going in a northeasterly direction. And more importantly, from now behind you, as you guys are progressing forward, let me move you guys.
Sorry, what was that?
We're in theory advancing.
Yeah, you're in theory advancing. There's obvious signs on the ground of a group of 30 to 40 people having moved through this area in a northwesterly way, and possibly even more importantly, as you're looking around, because I presume you're making sure you don't want to, that you're not being chased.
Yeah, we'll keep alert.
There are lances of the purple-white lightning, though they seem to be touching down in areas you can't see beyond the rock face, except for one right here. That when it because it's effectively a silent lightning strike, there's still that flash that is kind of dazzling. But you'll notice a ripple of a kind of ripple of the mist as this appears.
Oh shit! It's literally spawning them.
That's not good.
I wonder
maybe-
how long before we had to fight one of these.
Has anyone ever looked to try to find the source of this storm?
It's the actually here. I have a great illustration for that because you are actually in the Roll20 right now. So let me go to the world map and click over here. You see this you see this terrain here?
Yeah.
All that's Banestorm.
Isn't that terrain in other spots too, or is it just what? Oh, that is. Well, there's some spots down there in the very far south.
Yep.
Oh.
Since you're asking about like origins, it's like it doesn't appear to have an origin in terms of like a singular point you can see. Though from last time it was found out via incredibly knowledgeable people. Excuse me. That the area is effectively, for lack of a better term, super corrupted.
So it's probably just a side effect of a fall that wasn't checked in time.
Oh.
Because, yeah, if you don't deal with those soon, they corrupt the land and everything, and it just becomes a real bad time for everybody living there. Assuming they don't die of, the equivalent of pollution.
Yeah. That being said,
Hence why we have the embers.
this large thing having appeared in the flashing light of the Banestorm, with a deep bass-filled like growl, will kind of look around and obviously see you guys moving. Let me check. Oh, its passive perception is like, well, so yeah, it sees you.
Like that, his passive perception is like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like whoa.
Okay.
And since you guys are already on the move, it is attempting to pursue you. You can try to outrun the lumbering beast. You can try to fight the lumbering beast if you want, or I guess you could try to animal handle it since you rolled so well last time.
I don't think it's an animal. It's probably a monstrosity. I don't think I can animal handle it.
Okay, fair.
That said,
Because you're not actually that distance. You are a little further than that. You just saw it appear because you
that
guys.
said, what would I roll to know whether it's even possible to outrun it?
Considering it this particular iteration is a corrupted, either arcane or nature. Nature would be the preferred.
No, it's all the same to me. So. Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Thank you, person who wrote this. I kind of wish it had more detail. Whatever. Okay, 13. You guys can can in theory outrun it due to your own speed compared to its lumbering form. It, however, has the advantage of endurance.
Okay, well, I know not everybody has the speed of, above 30, and I think we actually have a few that are a little bit below, so it sounds like we have to fight this one just to...
I mean, you guys could, make athletic rolls if you wanted to, and do dashing and stuff like that.
I know we lack... I know some people are not good at the athleting. Specifically Thomas and I think Zasha.
Hold on. Thomas on the athleting is... No.
As I recall this being a problem with you before.
And that got changed on the actual sheet when I switched.
I was like, I didn't think you were an athlete.
Thomas had one of his... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Hold on.
How many sheets does Thomas have?
Well, he uses...
Thomas has 2 because there's one that's in progress of being finished.
You still haven't finished it?
No, I didn't have time in the last 2 weeks to sit down and think, oh, I should sit down and finish this. But I did not give Thomas the boosted thing when I switched over, so he does not have athletics. Because on the old sheet, he actually had the increase the odds gave him a boon to his athletics that I never actually applied, because it was supposed to change out his modifier of strength for a modifier of luck.
Wow.
But now I switched that to insight and stuff. Before it was athletics and stuff.
Okay.
Alright, well.
Okay, so it says you guys are choosing to engage.
I'm recommending engaging because I don't think we can out-endure it.
I can outfly it. Probably go up high enough that it can't get to us.
Well, yeah, but if you do that, then you're flying up into the Bane Storm and have to deal with whatever's up there.
Well, that's fair.
You're also assuming it doesn't have, breath weapons or stuff that give it some kind of ranged ability.
Also fair.
Hell, we're at the level where monsters start learning magic. Well, since I do have the speed advantage over most of us, I could wail on it a little bit to slow it down while you guys, haul ass. If you don't feel up to engaging it.
I don't know. I feel like engaging stuff inside the storm is probably not wise. Again, you said it before.
Well, they do come in here and engage stuff periodically just to keep the numbers down. So stuff in here can be killed, it's just, it comes back periodically.
But other stuff will spawn on top of us.
In theory.
Yeah, that's more my concern rather than that. Rather than killing, I think we can kill it. It's just the whole we'll be able to outrun it in the long. We might be able to outrun it, or kill it. But the issue is, if we sit and fight it, we run the risk of every minute something worse spawning.
All right.
Or spawning.
Well, I guess run and gun then.
Okay.
I'll give it a few good whacks, bonus action dash. Give it a few good whacks, bonus action dash.
Okay, so you're literally running and gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can do that, and I've got enough movement that I can do that and still keep up with everybody else who's actually using the dash action.
Okay.
Because I can bonus dash action dash.
Okay, if you're doing that, then it will.
Because I hope if I do it enough, it might discourage it.
It will reactively do a reprisal attack on you.
I probably should take mobile to discourage that.
Okay. I believe your AC is still 28.
Well, I haven't rolled a new one yet, so
Okay.
well, 26, but
I think about 32 definitely hits you.
reaction to set.
What was the source of that again? Just speed?
It's a feature I have. Where was it? Combat prescience. As a reaction, I can make an insight skill check against a target number equal to 8 plus target's proficiency bonus plus its intelligence modifier. On a success, they're at disadvantage.
Okay.
So, insight skill check.
8 plus prof plus intelligence. Okay, I have the DC.
8 plus. That's a 25.
Okay. You are able to do that then, considering your source is essentially experience.
Mm-hmm. It's a body reading experience thing. Yeah.
Because you do know the when it reactively swiped at you, the speed it moved is what you would expect if something were under like haste, though it clearly is not hasted.
Good to know.
821.
That definitely misses.
Okay. Okay. And how many times are you going to do the sin run?
Until it either backs off, keels over, or we actually get out of reach.
Okay. In which case, it will be 3 rounds before enough distance is made up.
Okay.
So I guess I'll need an attack roll for the initial strike. As for the people who are disengaging from the area.
Yep.
Could I get a perception roll?
Wish I crit on an 18. That would have been awesome.
Okay. Counting of 21. Okay. Target of 8. Okay, I'm just waiting for Ro to complete his stuff. Or are you rolling all the rounds?
No. I was just.
Okay.
You know how I got all this weird shit, so it takes forever to put everything in.
Tourmaline, you're too busy just kind of just on being on the move. Kami, you notice a group of eight silhouettes in the distance, along with 3 larger things that are silhouetted in the artificial dimness. And they're in the direction that you are currently heading. I'm heading towards. Okay. That hits. It needs to make a con roll.
The first one's a crit. And yeah, that's 2 fails on the con, so he can take a shit ton of cold damage.
Are they hitting towards us or away?
They appear to be at a relative stop. So, more at this moment, you're heading towards them. They are not actively heading towards you. However, with that 21, I will let you know that they were for a few moments before stopping.
That they were heading towards us.
Yeah, for a few moments, and then stopped. They're like 800 feet away in the artificial dimness.
Alright, well, I'll let them know.
That's a whole lot of cold damage. Fuck.
Welcome to crits, man. And using a gunblade charge on the crit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let the party know that there were people heading in this direction and then they just stopped.
Will you stop whimpering?
Okay. Between your first strike and your second strike, the beast you'll see what looks like for a moment like fire kind of come out from between its teeth, but it clamps its mouth shut before opening its mouth, and a hum come from its horns that brings in stone and sand into the flames in its mouth before it launches a flaming earthen sphere at you.
Well, it definitely has range attacks. I presume that's not a spell. I swear to God,
I will end you. Okay, you know, I will count that as a magic use, because its phrase says summon a insert effect here, but I'm like, no, it's probably closer to a cast.
Well, if you're counting that as a cast,
I'm gonna count it as a cast.
And since I attacked it, I in theory get my reaction back.
Oh, this is between turns. It's using legendary action.
Oh, okay. Well,
so you would have struck it. It would have done its reaction thing. Then you would have gone forward. And since it's between turns, this would be between your first and second attack.
Oh, well, then I can't do anything because I haven't got my reaction back.
Okay. In which case...
I almost had an opportunity to finally use something, but...
in which case, I will need... a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. At 20 plus 13, so 33.
Okay. I will divide this by 2.
Flame resistance too. 1 second.
Okay. The earth and rock lands near you, just detonating and churning the compact sand. Okay. You can go on to your second attack if you'd like. For those that are continuing to move, I believe Kami did mention the group up ahead. And when I say up ahead, I mean like 800 feet away. Are you still wanting to move in that direction or change trajectory? If you change trajectory, you might be giving up a little bit of ground.
Do they look like foe or
do you have some way to see them clearer at such a long distance? Because right now they're figures with larger silhouettes around them.
This time I do not proc attack of opportunity because I will use Red Mage Displacement to do that weird flying backwards jump thing that I apparently can do now.
That I can do for some reason.
Must be a Final Fantasy 14 thing because I have no memory of the Red Mages being able to do that, but.
No, I don't.
Okay, so now you don't? Okay. Yep. So the question is, do you want to keep heading in the direction that you are, or change? Since you're heading towards a group of like humanoid figures that have 3 large things with them, but you don't know much more than that.
I would not recommend changing our trajectory if it's going to cause us to lose ground.
There's a chance it could cause you to lose ground. That would be a athletics roll because that deals with the running.
I mean, what would I roll to know if it's going to cause us to lose ground or not?
It's more a matter of how well you guys like turn to change to like veer away from them and keep up your speed.
So how well you do on your athletics check?
Yeah.
No, I think we just need to stay on trajectory.
Okay. That was your second attack. You avoided its reaction as it attempted to swipe you again.
Or rather, prevented it from using its reaction, because wee floaty.
Okay. In which case, now here is round 3 of your strikes. Okay. I take it you still have your reaction?
I do.
Okay. And are you using it to avoid?
Well, no. Again, I'm not triggering attack of opportunity because of displacement.
Oh, that still is up.
I used it again on the third attack.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the flare points, might as well use them.
Okay. It is hurt a bit, but appears to be attempting to push on, that you've noticed that there's, kind of greater and greater distance that you and your group have been making. You'll see its mane begin to glow, and like little tiny particles begin drifting off of it. At that moment, Kami and I would say Tarblane, but there's that. No, she told you about it. So Tarblane and Kami, you will see in that distance that you're getting closer to, that the humanoid silhouettes are doing something with the larger objects they have brought with them. You will then see, Kami, I believe you said you were flying, or was it Tarblane that was flying?
Kami was 90 feet in the air earlier.
Okay.
I don't know if she ever came down.
Yeah, I was only 90 feet in the air, like a lookout to make sure we didn't have like people trying to ambush us or anything.
Okay.
Thomas is about 5 feet in the air because he's not setting foot on the glass.
Right. Okay, in that case then, between Tarblane and Kami, so below Kami but above Tarblane, you will see that these figurines have launched something. With your perceptions, you are able to tell that it is 3. It looks like makeshift ballista bolts, that between these bolts that are kind of in a triangular formation is a net weaving of something that glitters in what light it can catch in this environment. While you guys have clearly made up enough distance to outrun this large creature, you'll see that the net and carried by the ballista bolts slam into the ground, putting the creature in this net. This net appears to be also like trapping the kind of particle glow from thing's mane, with a roar that carries with it the definite sense of like frustration almost. It will disapparate into a purple-red mist. For the arcane users in the area, it looks very reminiscent of Misty Step in terms of like the way it disapparated.
Interesting.
Okay. Since it sounds like you guys were not changing your trajectory, you will eventually... Come on. There it is. You'll eventually encounter this group here with the large ass ballistas.
More Goliaths.
Yep. Whoops, I said a ballista.
It's adorable.
Three of these individuals, though, while I'm using the same measure, they aren't all identical. And this individual.
Ooh, a lady Goliath. Don't see those very often.
Are you just moving past them, which you can do if you'd like? You had pretty much outrun the creature anyway before it disapparated, so...
I'll stop and thank him for the assist.
The female Goliath with the large sword. Is everyone else stopping, or is it just Ro? Ro.
Did we destroy the other thing?
They captured it in a Pokeball or something. They hit it with a net and it went away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop out. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. You have a good night.
Well, that's awkward. Because I was definitely getting very close to dropping out tonight too. But I'll stick it out for a little while. Sorry, I'm mentally trying to wrap my mind around it. So let me pull up the map, and that might help. These Goliaths captured the thing in the Pokeball?
Well, they fired a glimmering net connected to Ballista Bolt that it was able to net the creature, stopping the kind of glowy mane effect, and then shortly thereafter, with a roar of what sounded like frustration, it disapparated into like a purple-red mist that people that are arcane users would be able to identify as a visual effect very similar to like Misty Step.
Okay, so they didn't Pokeball it, it left. Or was dispelled.
Okay, I'll fly down behind Ro, just in case these people are not friendly. To give you backup, I got your back.
It's fine. You're good.
Okay, that was me. But of course I'm not landing, so I'm going to be hovering.
Aren't you a bit far from your school?
We're not actually from the school, though we are on our way to it. Thanks for the assist, by the way.
It looked like you were outrunning it pretty well. We just didn't want it to continue wandering in this direction.
Don't blame you.
It'll be back.
They always are.
Especially in these parts.
Well, if you're not Embers, no one other than
I
them...
didn't say I wasn't an Ember. I just said I'm not from the school.
Well, then I guess that would give you a reason to come to the Deadlands, then. Most people don't.
Yeah. Name's Romagus. Ember first class. Non-union.
I'm Roxanne. You don't have to care about any of these other guys' names. Hey! Well, then you introduce yourselves.
So, is that kind of pop in, pop out normal around here?
Well, there will occasionally be corrupted and fallen that come from the storm. They only pop up in that kind of strength. Well, that's not true. I have seen it happen a few other times, but usually, if there is something of a strong connection to uncorrupted mist. I don't entirely understand it myself, but things like staffs of healing, particularly potent individuals that wield purifying magics. It's as if they seek it out to extinguish it.
Interesting.
It could be a defense. Perhaps someone of sufficient power could kill the storms. Maybe that's why it has such a strong reaction. But that's not something I usually think about. We were returning to this area because we had been suitably distracted from a ritual that we were assisting our guide with.
Guide, you say?
Well, it's a bit more palatable than calling him some level of leadership. I guess advisor would be another would be another way.
I guess that was your ritual site we encountered then.
It was still intact. We weren't sure about that.
It was intact until we got there. Then, some bone canine type creatures took a sudden interest in it.
Well, I do believe they were wolves. At least the scores didn't get to it. One of the other people who's what?
Sorry, my phone's doing that thing again where if it falls asleep, it disconnects the call.
Okay. One of the other people that's tending to the ballista currently shifting it into more of a transport mode. And when I say that, I mean, they've unlocked the wheels and are now making sure the ropes are sturdy enough to drag across the packed sand. But one of the, particularly the one in the back, will speak up. I wish it was. At least we can get something useful out of them, not these corrupted. Roxanne will turn to face him. The individual that was talking. We'll deal with them when the time is right. The one to the left will say, "Oh, so you mean when we have good enough numbers again?" Roxanne will turn towards the guy to the left with frustration for a moment, and then her expression will shift as if she has this brilliant idea. And then turn to Ro and Turbulane. You said you were an Ember. How about you? Looking at you, Turbulane.
Me? I'm just a traveler in the wrong place at the wrong time, it seems. Definitely not an Ember.
Well. How do you
And it
feel
is
about good deeds?
I'm all for them. Comes with the hero path.
Well, you remember, I was thinking about giving you money.
The two are not mutually exclusive.
Hmm.
Though usually he can be convinced with money too.
I definitely can be convinced with money, but he takes a deep breath and goes, I am trying to open myself up more to good deeds.
Well, I don't have all I don't have all the authority of the. That is one thing. I don't have all the authority of the Shotar, but I can certainly make sure that it's worth at least one of your whiles. That being said, I fear with the ritual site gone, we really only have so many options left. But that's not for me to talk about. If you're interested in food, a good time, and maybe a few brawls in the sand, you can return with us to our encampment. It's in a relatively safe area, so you can get in one of these storms.
Where is it in relation to the academy?
Opposite direction.
I don't know precisely where your academy is. It's that the embers are based around here somewhere. If I were to hazard a guess,
I say based on the direct, he'll kind of point in the direction Kami's been leading them, just to give them an idea. It's like, in theory, in that direction. I mean, it sounds like a safe place to pull over and, maybe, take whatever rests we may need and possibly, get some upgrades / supply.
The direction that Ruxin will point in indicating their camp is slightly off that direction. Like if it looks like it's like 30 degrees off. It's the same general direction, but clearly not the exact same direction.
Yeah, okay. Seems reasonable to me. Might be able to pick up some intel and/or some equipment. My JRPG sense tells me this will be the one shop in the area where you'll get the the upgrades for whatever's in the region. And it would also give us a place to set up camp so that Matt can go to bed, I guess.
Okay.
Since you wanted to log off too.
Yeah, I apologize. Literally, I did not get a full night's sleep last night, so I was planning on dropping early.
Okay. In that case, then, just for sake of brevity, there, even as you're heading towards their encampment, which is some hours away, there will be corrupted in the area that, with a group as large as yours and as powerful as yours, and when I say powerful, I mean, you got like you guys more so than them. It would be a hard fight for them, but with you helping them, it becomes a bit more manageable. So there are like a few encounters that, as a group, you'll be able to kind of get through. I would ask for some Constitution rolls against exhaustion due to the numbers of them, but since I'm, again, for sake of brevity.
I can roll Constitution.
I can do
if you like.
con.
Okay.
Plus, if you look at the right character.
How
How many you want? A check or a save?
It's gonna be a check. I'm gonna want a total of 3 to represent various instances of basically like
Wow.
because basically the kind of things you'll be encountering, depending on the particular one, is it's either one big thing or like some hordes. And what you'll find as you're fighting them, even with these guys, in instances 1 and 3, 1 of which you're fighting a horde and 3 of which you're fighting a larger creature, that the Banestorm, similar to before, will cast out its purple white bolts, essentially spawning more things in as you're fighting, which is hence the Constitution rolls. It's less because again you're grouping your own power that it is of a danger to you due to your size. It's more the fact that it's like Dynasty Warrior horde fighting.
Can I give Ro 3 luck die for his cons?
Yes, you can.
Those are D10s still?
Yep.
10. 1d10. 10, not 41.
Well, that actually helps out. Instead of 3 levels of oh fuck, it's only 1 level of oh fuck.
By oh fuck, I assume you mean exhaustion.
Yeah, level of exhaustion.
Used a luck point to make that Constitution save. It's a 4.
Yep.
A 13.
Okay. That 4 becomes a 13. Looking at these, both of you only suffer 1 level of exhaustion instead of the potential 3. It looks like, judging by how these numbers are laid out, that in the case of you, Ro, it's a matter of you exerting yourself with your speed and agileness amongst huge groups. And in terms of you, Tarbalaine, number 2 is more cut. The second encounter is more when things just start to kind of wear on you. So with 1 level of exhaustion each, which is almost meaningless given where they were going.
If we have to make ability checks before we take a nap, it'll matter.
That's true. Why am I doing that? I can just copy you guys.
Driving through the desert on a horse with no name.
We could be, but I don't want to hurt her paws by making her drive on the grass.
Okay.
No, I suppose I could have turned her into a hovercraft or something.
That's true. Okay. You have reached the encampment. You'll see a number of tents, wagons. The wagons look like they have not just things like rations and foodstuffs, but straight up various equipment in them. You'll also notice that there are a number of writing works over here. Instead of being your regular yellow, it's 3 orange and a green.
Ah, you've introduced the colored ones.
There are plenty of these people standing guard. And we'll see that you guys are arriving with a group of their own, and thus won't be too hostile. But you notice a few other individuals here, kind couple of these guys that have some sizable bashing mauls on them. This rather tall individual.
Oh, he fancy.
And someone who is not a tall human or small giant, depending on how you want to view it.
Mithra?
No.
Can't tell if that's an ear or a horn.
It's a
Okay, so it's supposed to be an aura then.
yeah. And they clearly aren't drawing their weapon.
No.
The image just hasn't. With them drawing their
That would
weapon.
be pretty impressive if she was.
Yeah. I mean, the weapon does look like that, but it's
Um,
not drawn. So right now, it's just on her side.
How hot is she?
I mean, you've got the picture. What do you think?
What's attractive in that picture? I just gotta go with the what we've been going with here. Her actual
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Her charisma is 20.
Oh, she's a 10. Oh no. Tarbalane will save. Hold on. Will save coming. Da, 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 da. I guess that would be wisdom saving?
Yeah, that'd be a wisdom in this case.
Oh, nope. He's gonna make a fool of himself.
There is a... Let me... get... There's a fire going on right here. Which I don't know if it's actually animated for you or not. It's not animated for me.
The fire's animated.
Huh, it's not animated for me. That is weird.
Yeah, it is moving.
Huh, weird. Okay. Okay, considering, Matt, you said you were going to go to bed, I was planning on ending it here with kind of the introduction to this encampment that has like equipment and auto raw here considering the number of Goliaths around.
Okay, that's fine. Since, again, I don't want to go too far with it just being me and Triss.
Well, I'm
Anyway.
feeling most of the campaign from now on is just you and me, so...
No.
I've done plenty of decent stuff with those two people, though.
But
No.
if you need to crash, go ahead.
But tonight I again literally was planning on crashing by 9. So,
Alright.
alrighty. Good
Good
night,
night.
guys.
Right.